Michal, the daughter of King Saul, holds a unique place in the Bible as the first wife of David, the future king of Israel. Her story is one of love, betrayal, political manipulation, and ultimately, divine judgment. Her life serves as both an example of devotion and a cautionary tale, illustrating the consequences of misplaced priorities, bitterness, and disobedience to God. One of the most striking aspects of Michal's story is that despite being married to King David, she never bore children. The Bible indicates that this was not by accident, but rather by divine design. Let's explore her life, her relationship with David and Saul, and the reasons why God allowed her to remain childless. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. Michal was the younger daughter of King Saul. The Bible first mentions her in 1 Samuel 18 verse 20, where it is stated that she loved David. This is significant because the Bible rarely describes women explicitly loving men. This suggests that Michal's affection for David was deep and genuine at the time. When David defeated Goliath, he became a national hero, and Saul began to feel jealous of his growing popularity. Saul initially promised his older daughter, Merab, to David but later gave her to another man. 1 Samuel 18 verse 19. However, when Saul learned that Michal loved David, he saw an opportunity to trap him. 1 Samuel 18 verse 21. I will give her to him, he thought, so that she may be a snare to him, and so that the hand of the Philistines may be against him. Instead of offering Michal in marriage as a gift, Saul demanded an unusual bride price, the foreskins of 100 Philistines, hoping that David would be killed in battle. However, David, empowered by God, not only met but exceeded the demand, bringing back 200 Philistine foreskins. This secured Michal as his wife. As Saul's jealousy and paranoia grew, he sought to kill David. Michal played a crucial role in saving David's life. When Saul sent men to David's house to kill him, Michal helped him escape through a window and deceive her father's soldiers by placing an idol in David's bed, pretending he was still there. 1 Samuel 19 verses 11 to 17. This act showed that Michal valued David over her father's orders, but it also revealed that she had household idols, something against God's commandments. While her actions were commendable in protecting her husband, the presence of an idol in her home suggests that her faith in God was not as strong as it should have been. After David fled, he became a fugitive for several years. During this time, Saul gave Michal in marriage to another man, Paltiel. 1 Samuel 25 verse 44. This was likely a political move meant to sever her ties with David permanently. However, when David became king of Judah and later king of all Israel, he demanded that Michal be returned to him as part of a political agreement with Abner, Saul's former commander. 2 Samuel 3 verses 13 to 16. This reunion was not based on love, but rather on political necessity. Michal's forced return was painful, as her second husband, Paltiel, followed her weeping. The Bible does not record her emotions, but it is likely that she resented being used as a pawn in political maneuvers. One of the most defining moments of Michal's life was her reaction to David bringing the Ark of the Covenant to Jerusalem. David, overwhelmed with joy, danced before the Lord with all his might, wearing a linen ephod. 2 Samuel 6 verse 14. 2 Samuel 6 verse 16. As the ark of the Lord was entering the city of David, Michal, daughter of Saul, watched from a window. And when she saw King David leaping and dancing before the Lord, she despised him in her heart. She saw David's humility and worship as beneath the dignity of a king. Unlike David, who rejoiced in the presence of God, Michal did not seem to value the ark or its significance. Her heart had likely hardened over the years, perhaps due to how her life had been controlled by others. When David confronted her, he rebuked her for not understanding that his actions were for God and not for human approval. As a result of her disdain, the Bible states, 2 Samuel 6 verse 23, "And Michal, daughter of Saul, had no children to the day of her death." This verse suggests that God closed her womb as a judgment against her. There are several possible reasons why Michal remained childless. Her scorn for David was ultimately a rejection of God's chosen king. Since David was dancing in worship to God, her disdain was also a rejection of God's presence. Her reaction to David's worship likely created a permanent rift in their marriage. The Bible never mentions her and David having any form of reconciliation. The Messiah, Jesus Christ, was prophesied to come from David's lineage, 2 Samuel 7 verses 12 to 16. Since Michal was the daughter of Saul, any child she bore would have had a claim to Saul's dynasty, which was rejected by God. By making her barren, God ensured that David's lineage remained distinct from Saul's rejected dynasty. Just as Michal was physically barren, she was also spiritually barren. She did not share David's passion for God, and her heart was hardened with bitterness. Michal's life is a warning against certain negative attitudes that can hinder one's relationship with God. Bitterness can destroy joy. Holding on to resentment can prevent a person from experiencing true joy and worship. Pride and contempt for genuine worship is dangerous. Michal's scorn for David's worship led to divine punishment. Christians should be careful not to mock or look down on others' sincere expressions of faith. Spiritual apathy leads to barrenness. Unlike David, who was a man after God's heart, Michal was spiritually indifferent. A lack of passion for God can lead to a fruitless life. Marriage without shared faith is difficult. David and Michal's marriage suffered because they did not share the same spiritual values. A strong marriage should be built on mutual faith and respect for God. Conclusion: Michal's story is one of love, loss, and missed opportunities. She began as a woman who loved David, but ended as a bitter woman who despised him. Her lack of children was a divine judgment. But more importantly, it was a reflection of her spiritual barrenness. Christians should learn from her mistakes by embracing humility, genuine worship, and a heart that seeks after God. Instead of allowing bitterness to take root, we should focus on maintaining a strong relationship with God and others. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell